So how are you? What are you doing today? I'm going to babysit dogs this weekend, which I'm extremely excited about. I have 3 little elderly chihuahuas that I'm going to be babysitting, and I love them very much. They're my nephews and my niece chihuahuas, and they're the cutest. And I'm super excited for that. But I will tell you, I'm tired this morning. So I think I need to work on the sleep aspect of life, if you know what I'm saying. So we're going to ink this. We're going to continue my project. There's something I wanted to tell you about real quick before. I mean, I could tell you while I'm doing it. I discovered a YouTube channel. If you've been here before at all, you know that I'm lamenting always that these are hard to refill. And what I do, which is not super effective, I find out, is I put these in my ink bottle, and I squeeze to refill them. Turns out there's a very, okay, first of all, let me call out Tio Yi Chi's pen channel or art channel. He's an artist, and he's got amazing information on his channel. So please do go check it out if you like black ink pens. If you're into it. Yesterday, I think, or the day before, I was talking about the Pentel Stylo and how it is not refillable. Guess what? He hacks it. He knows how to hack pens. So you know what I'm doing? I'm going to hack my pens. Not today, but I'm absolutely hacking my pens. Okay? Because I'm really excited about refilling them the way that he does it. I mean, I need to explore more of his channel because I found him from searching, like, how do you refill these pens? And I looked up I love the Pentel Tradio Pulaman, which is the refillable one of these. And I bought this yesterday. It's my first time with the Stylo. It's basically the same pen, but it's the same pen, but it's not refillable, okay? And I never knew what the difference was because it felt like they were interchangeable. Well, it turns out this is the non-refillable version of the Tradio Pulaman. But the Tradio Pulaman, the refills, are kind of ridiculous. They're like another pen. I'll show you. I have one handy. The reason I don't have my Tradio Pulaman here is because I can't find it. But I do have a refill handy. That's a refill. This is the refill. Look at this. This is like a plastic nightmare. And the worst thing is it leaks. So if I just wanted to use this as a pen, which I have, look, I'm already leaking. This is not good. So it leaks. It's not, yeah. So don't do what I did. But yes, so I'm super excited about the prospect of this. So we're going to do this today. I'm going to try and bring you a little closer. And I'm going to try and bring my paper a little closer to me because it's feeling very far away. It's feeling very far away, and I want you to be able to see the line, stuff like that. So yeah. Forgive me for all this bumping around stuff. All right, because I do want to use this pen. I'm also going to use some other pens too. I just want to pull my shade up real quick so we can have a little bit more light. So bear with me for a moment. And hopefully, I hope that improves the situation there. That gave us more light. I hope it did. All right, let's get going on this. So I'm just going to angle you like that, because I need to be able to see too. And I think I want to start with Gus the Bus because Gus is just so cute. Gus the Bus. So I inked this. Oh, let me show you. Actually, it's like this. It's a piece I did a few days ago, last week. And let me zoom out so you can see it. So I did this piece a few days ago, and I'm inking it for a project. So let's do this. So let's start. I'm going to use this pen. This is the Pentel Stylo. I'm also going to be using my new favorite, which is the Sharpie. Oh my gosh, this pen is amazing. I love it. The Sharpie brush pen. What did I do with my Sharpie brush pen? Let's see. There it is. Sharpie brush pen. Amazing. Amazing thing. Amazing pen. Very happy with it. I just love this little bus. Look at how cute he is. I just want to cuddle this cute little Gus the Bus. So I'm just going to do some, how do I want to start this? I'm going to actually, okay, I'm changing my mind. I'm going to start with the brush pen. I'm starting on the right like I do because I'm a lefty. Oh, and I just put my finger in my ink. And that can happen. So let's do that. I'm going to move you over a little bit like that. And I'm going to say cheers and I'll have a sip of my coffee. Okay, let's start. So I want to do the outline of the bus first. And I wanted to start with this pen because I think this is going to be my most powerful line in this whole drawing. Because I think I want to do a little more gentle lines as well, some detail. I'm just moving some pens over here because these are in my way, and I need like elbow room for my stuff here. I'm at a weird angle here. And I also don't want to crowd these words with my lines. So I'm just gently doing Gus here because I want to get the general framework of Gus down. And I also want to make sure that, that I leave room for Gus's cute expressions. And I'm going to use a thinner. I think I'll use the Stylo for that because Gus is, we want to keep Gus's expression. I'm taking this moment to even out that part of the VW bus. And a window here. So yesterday, I just chatted your ear off, and today I'm a little quieter. And I think I do need to take a little, because I'm babysitting dogs all weekend, and I'm also kind of sleep deprived, I'm going to be honest. I'm a little tired, and I think my husband was sick this week, and he was not doing well for a day. It was only a day, which is good. But I slept on the couch and I didn't get much sleep. And this weekend I have to sleep couch too because I'm going to be having 3 little cute, sweet baby geriatric doggies in my care in my house, in my living room. And they usually sleep with their parents, not with them, but in the same room. And, just gotta make sure that they're gonna be doing okay. Gonna keep my eyes on them. And so that's, I'm going to spend my, I gotta be careful to not put my hand in the ink. It's okay if I end up doing that, but let me get a little piece of paper. It's okay if I do, and I know that sounds like I just said don't do it, but it's okay if I do it. What I'm saying is, what I'm trying to say, not well, is that this piece that I'm working on here is just going to be black ink. I'm going to scan it or some other way get the image. So, and then I'm going to put it, I'm going to vectorize it, and then I'm going to put it in my project. But there's a couple things. So I have a large bed scanner that I can use to scan this. But these days, honestly, I don't need to do that anymore. Or not with this type of work. Because, ooh, is that still reading as VW? Oh, made my V look weird. That's okay. I can fix it in post anyway if I want to. But little smiley face. This cute little bus. I'm just trying to draw carefully with the black ink because I don't want to overwhelm everything. You know? Okay, there's the Gus, the bus. Gus the bus has some very fluttery eyelashes. Very fluttery eyelashes. Okay, here we go. Gus. So, what was I even talking about? I forgot. I haven't had enough coffee yet this morning. Oh, I was talking about that I am babysitting. And I love my little nephews and niece, dogs, and their little geriatric chihuahuas. And they're so sweet. And I love them so much, and I can't wait to spend all weekend with them. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. Give me a sec. And I look forward to hanging with them. But what it means is I'm going to be very much at their beck and call. And I'm going to have less time to work. So I have to plan things that I can do on the couch, basically, which isn't hard because I do have things that I can do on the couch. But it does mean that I will be actually filming less, or recording less, I should say, because I might have to take like a day off, which, you know, I don't want to do that, but I think I might have to. So, oh, I'm not going to use the Stylo right now. I want to use my Sharpie. What did I do with my Sharpie? I'm just looking for my Sharpie. Just had it. See, this is what happens when you're sleep deprived. Here it is. Found it. Found my Sharpie. Yeah, I'm just a little off because I haven't been sleeping well, and I have, you know, I'm babysitting three elderly chihuahuas. They're actually coming in about an hour, which is why I decided to come on early today, because I just have to come on. I don't want to miss doing my live. I'm really into my lives. So, and that's the deal. So, excuse all my gulping. All right, let's do I just couldn't help but start with Gus, because look at how cute. Look at Gus. Gus is so cute. Okay, sorry, I'm gushing. I'm sorry, I'm gushing. There's Gus, and there's Gus. So I'm using these for a project I'm doing, and I'm very excited to do this. I don't really want to divulge. Okay, I'm not. I always feel like it's better to keep things to myself until they're done. And really, that's, you know, that's more so I get them done and less because I want to like keep things like, you know, I mean, I don't know. We're entitled, right? We're entitled to keep things quiet until we get them done. I just find that I'm actually better at executing. I'm gonna put a little bit of shade here just to like give it that flavor because it's a banner outside of a bus, right? So you're gonna see that. And I also want to just add a little bit. I know I'm getting super picky with this and I shouldn't do that right now. This is not the time, but I'm just going to do a little bit of, I feel like some of the aspects of Gus here are just not, you know, giving me enough of what I want. Okay, that's good for now. Let's move on. I'm starting, this is kind of how I work with the inking. Anything I'm going to stick my hand into potentially and ink the rest of it with the side of my hand. I tend to start on the right and at the bottom because I'm a lefty and I don't want to cause mayhem and like ink everywhere. So now we're doing The Sweet Spot by Bling Bang. And these are some little shave ices. And this is a smudge, excuse me, I'm yawning. This is a smudge that I did before. So I didn't just do that, thank goodness, okay? Yay. Yay, I didn't just do it. That was there. So right now I'm just I'm trying to make sure that my line value, thickness, etc. is sort of matching my cute little baby up here because I don't want to, everything has to, you know, be uniform and live in the same universe, right? So kind of like to use the same pen on everything and then another pen on everything. I mean, it doesn't always work out that way, but it's a good way to sort of try and keep a handle on your uniformity for me. And I didn't do that with Gus. With Gus the Bus, I actually used 2 different types of pens already because I just couldn't help myself because I'm so excited about my about my pens. I just was you know, jumping on the pens. And I will put a link in the description to the YouTube channel that I found where the guy actually, and I'm totally gonna try this, and I will probably make a video about it. And of course, I will shout him out because what an amazing channel. This guy hacks his pens and fills them himself. And I'm extremely excited about this because I've been lamenting my inability to do that with these, with the Pentel brush pens. So what I've been doing with these is like sticking them, submerging them partially in ink and just squeezing. It's just like real effective, which is kind of like, okay, I guess I thought it was somewhat effective, but wait till you see the inside of that pen. It's like a chamber on top of a chamber. I'm just having some coffee. And it's complicated. It's definitely, it's complicated. You wouldn't think it. You really wouldn't. I would think, oh, That's like full of ink. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. There's like a chamber and then there's another chamber. So it's like two chambers in there. The it's complicated. It's complicated, and talking about it is kind of silly for me to try to explain it when I've never seen it in real life yet. I mean, I'm gonna bust open, jailbreak my pens and do it, but not this second. I thought it might be cool to do on a live, and then in my sleepy haze, like this morning, I wasn't gonna do it this morning because it's just too much for me when I'm in this state of mind, sleep deprived. But I was thinking, hey, that might be good to do on a live, because what I've been doing is taking some of my lives and editing them real tight, so they're going to make great videos, right? And I'm really excited about that because I have a really good one coming up, and I'm going to edit another one soon, and it's good. I feel like I'm on a good trajectory here with that, and then I can still leave my live up for, you know, for the live stream if I want to, or I could unlist it. I don't know. Anyway, okay, I'm getting off track. I decided that it was probably not a good thing to do on a live just because I got to have a sync, you know. I don't want to have an accident. I am bound to have an accident. I mean, yeah. I'm bound to have an ink accident if I start doing that. I have accidents all the time when I do pen videos, you know. That's why I have to edit them in the mirror sync and washing out my pen nibs on my acrylic paint pens, and you know, you definitely need a sync. And black ink, forget it. Forget it. It's a huge mess. All right, I have to move my safe paper over here. So this is fruit on the bottom. Okay, I think we're back. I think we're back. Let me check real quick. Yeah. I think we're back. Let me check real quick. We're back. Okay, good. Sorry about that. My alarm went off. I had to turn it off. Luckily, my stream didn't kick out. But anyway, was I talking about fruit or was I talking about? I forget what I was talking about. So I was thinking, like, I love coloring books. I love making coloring books, and you know, I love coloring community. I'm thinking, you know, people who color, right? I'm thinking like coloring and create books, like multimedia, mixed media books, right? Like the next step in co-creating with, you know, the people that use your books, right? How about a coloring book that you could use mixed media in, and that, you know, it had a spiral binding, so you could fold things over. It was only printed on one side, so you could not have to worry about seepage, and also so you could take it out, and if you wanted to frame it or something, you could do that. What about that? What about a book that you could use for, you could do colored pencils, you could do Caran d'Ache Neocolor too, and then you could use a little water with it. Not a whole lot of water, but a little bit. And then you could do like watercolor washes on it, not a whole lot of washing, but some. And then, you know, enough that like, not like you're making a watercolor painting, but enough that you could mix it up with your mixed media. And you could do like crayon resist on it. Like, tell me what you think, because this is something I want to do, because I just think it would just be so nice to have something like that. And I just love the idea of doing that. And that's sort of, so I use for my coloring books right now, Amazon, no, what is it? KDP, right? But I'm very disenchanted. And it's not even by the, it's not by the customer service, because the people that I experience with customer service are very, very, very good people, very good people in customer service. They've been helpful. They're great. I've had so many issues over the years with my coloring books, with faulty printing and this and that. And, you know, they always ask you for tons of proof, but, you know, if you're not lying, then you shouldn't have any problem, you know? So, and I've always had good luck with them. They've always been good. They've always been fair. But it still stinks to get books that are like faulty printed. And if I use it for wholesale, which I do on occasion, or bulk orders, it's a little scary because you don't know what they're gonna like. You're worried, right? It doesn't feel good to be worried about your order like that. Anyway, okay, so let me back up. So the last time I used on a new book, the last time I used KDP, I got 3 proofs of my book, and every one of my proofs had the same problem. And and the thing is, they don't print them. They don't print them at the same place all the time. So why, if the problem wasn't in the source file, I don't understand, you know, like why is there the same problem with all of them? And I don't know Amazon secrets. Like I don't know what they do, but they clearly have some sorcery going on over there, because despite the fact that they're, just gonna shut my pen, despite the fact that they were clearly not from the same, you know, facility, they still had the same problem. So same issue. So it was just really perplexing. I was annoyed. I did get a refund on my books, but you know, they're never gonna give you more information than is absolutely necessary anyway. So it's not like you're gonna get the keys to the kingdom. You know, like nobody's gonna tell you anything. Nobody's gonna share any information with you that's not need to know, right? Need to know basis. So I decided earlier this year that I'm going to publish my own books, because there's just too many issues with them. And then you guys, like there are other distributors, and it doesn't mean I'm not going to have my books on Amazon, because that's a huge market, and it's not, you know, financially a good idea for me to like pull my books from there. Like, no, that's not a good idea. But, and also just distribution wise, I'm not going to go and get a new distributor. Like I've looked, and what I've found is that, you know, there really are, there's not a lot to choose from. You know what I mean? There are a few other ones, but you know, they're not really, I don't think they're built for my needs. So I'm just kind of in a rock and a hard place with that. But I still want to publish books. But I've also been, I'm just going to check the chat real quick. I know I'm totally rambling here, so I know that this could be very boring to some people, and sorry about that. But I'm just going to finish my thought here. So so while I will keep certain books there, there's some things that I've wanted to do that they can't really supply anyway. Like they don't offer like better paper and they don't offer different bindings that would actually really support the creative user, the person who is using their books for creative uses, like, you know, like art and coloring books and stuff. Cheers. So there are some independent publishers that you can just publish your own books. And I found one that I want to try. And I haven't done it. I found them a while ago, like a long time ago, actually. I just haven't jumped. I just haven't done it, but I think I will. I think I'm going to, because I think I'm getting there, you know, to where I will do that. I just need to find out. I'm trying to confer with them and find out how. I need to order some samples and stuff, and I need to find out if they are capable of providing a paper that is substantial enough to give the kind of support for like the media support that I want in a book. Because Amazon's books and people, it's like, obviously people use Amazon books and that's great, but Amazon, like, they should be ashamed of themselves because of the type of paper that they do not offer artists. Coloring books are such a huge business for them. And I can't, it's just like, how hard would it be to add another option, you know? Oh, let's go over here. Like, it's just kind of ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna do Peace, Love, Shave Ice now, and I just want to show you, this is what, okay, this is what the original looks like. Ta-da! I have these taped kind of precariously because I think I want to, on this one, I think what I'm going to do is actually change the art so it looks like a, so it looks like a shaved ice, like the shape of a shaved shave ice. And I probably should have done another sketch for that, but I don't want to bring pencil into this right now because let me see if I have a pencil super handy, and if I do, then I will. Oh, I do. Oh my god, how lucky. This is what you get when you have everything in front of you right here. Okay, let's see here. So shave ice is not. I like too many shave ices in one piece though? No, because this is all about shave ice. Okay, so they're very tall. In different places they look different, so it's okay if it doesn't. It's okay if it looks different than what's below it. I like the little palm tree here. I'm just gonna give myself some markers. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, here's our little shaved ice, and I'm just gonna real lightly, like, cause I'm just gonna like do this, just so I have like markers. I like to call it markers, so I know what I'm going for when I'm in the middle of my drawing, because it's easy to get caught up in your line and then oopsie, make a little boo-boo. Peace, love. Okay, this was definitely, I'm really glad that I'm doing this little pencil line here. I can erase it later too, so it won't get in my scan. So if you like talking, if you like me talking Amazon's KDP, let me know in the comments, because I I have a whole video I could do, and I haven't done it because I'm tending to not want to do like a, you know, coffee. You know, I don't, that's not like my stuff and trade isn't like those kinds of videos necessarily. I don't talk crap on anybody, and I'm always, you know, fair, but I do have content for a video that I wrote. I just never made it because, you know, I was just like, don't think I need to do that. That's sort of, because I was sort of on a bubble about coloring books at the time, and I was like, you know, I don't need to put that kind of content on my channel where I'm just so in flux with this right now. And I just, you know, it's like making a promise you can't deliver on, you know what I mean? And because I didn't know if I would be doing any more of that type of content, and you know, it doesn't really make any sense to do. So, you know, I do have to like bust a move though, because I gotta get moving on this, because I have dogs coming soon. Not soon, but I gave myself a little bit of a buffer, but not enough of a buffer. So they're coming after 11, and it is now 10:36. So I'm gonna just start in here. What? I love this Sharpie. Just got it yesterday, and I used this for an entire piece yesterday on my quiet stream. I used it for the whole thing. Oh no, wait. I used it for the whole thing on, sorry, yesterday's stream. I used it for the first stream. I used it, not the second one. On the second one, I did use it, but I didn't use it for the whole thing. I used it for Hawaiian sweet treats. If you watch the Hawaiian sweet treats video, you will see this pen in action, and it's so delightful when you have like a brand new one. I mean, of any pen of this ilk, it's delightful because they're just so like nice and sharp, and they're just great to draw with. And you know, as time goes on, the tip will get, you know, a little out of shape and things like that. But that's okay. That happens to the best of pens, right? I will say I think it's held up very well for one day so far. So, I mean, I don't know what the future holds with us, but you know, pretty happy with it, I will say. I think what I mean is I was pleasantly surprised because I actually didn't expect that much from it. I liked it enough to buy it and to give it a shot, but I kind of didn't really, I just didn't fully, you know, I have mixed feelings about Sharpie, but I'm very happy with this pen. I'm really glad that Sharpie decided to jump on the art train and provide tons of new options for, and not new, obviously. I mean, they've been doing it for a long time, but you know, they weren't always like fully on the art train. They had like some kind of crafty kids pens, which are art, but they're like more, you know, less art supply, more office supply plus, I guess you would say. But they've done a good job. I had the liners when they first came out. I won a set at Blick, and I was so disappointed, not in the quality of the ink or anything, but in the packaging. And they were similar to this pen in terms of like the barrel, but it was super sharp right here, and it would just like cut into my finger. And that was a huge flaw for me. It was like, that is no bueno, you know, like no. And so they were not my favorite pen. And I was not going to buy them again. And I didn't buy them again. I'm not into liners though, really much anyway these days. So I'm definitely more into brush pens than liners. Not that you have to be into one or the other, but I mean, whereas back in the day, I was like a liner queen, but less so now for sure. Pretty funny how you have different phases in your relationships with different art supplies. That is for sure. Does anybody remember Rapidograph pens? Do you remember Rapidograph pens? I'm going to tilt this a little bit because I want to get the angle right for whatever my hands. I'll tilt you a little bit too. Shout out in the comments if you remember Rapidograph pens. Those were something. They really were. They really made you feel like a grown-up artist, I will tell you that. Because I was young and I had those. Cheers. They were one of my first like professional art supplies. You know, like a nice set of rapidographs. Really makes you feel like a grown-up artist when you're 17 or 18. Okay. Is my finger in the way? I'm gonna do this. I'm extremely, can you tell? I am extremely like cognizant of the fact that I'm a lefty. I mean, if you're not like fully aware of your leftiness, try live streaming or like shooting video of your art as a lefty. That'll bring you right into it. Is that light better? Okay, I think I'm going to tilt a little bit like that. Right there. So it's a little bit better light. And then I'm going to do... No, I'm sorry. I'm doing it this way. I'm doing it like that. I'm going to See, these are the things. These are the things we gotta worry about. Okay. Just gonna rotate like that just for a momento. I just want to make sure that I get the angle. I gotta stand up. It's annoying if I look back on this and I have the wrong angle and I'll just be like, oh, what happened there? What did I do? Sometimes you just gotta stand up. I'm just gonna stand up. Okay, that works. All right, I'm going to do some flourishes here. Not flourishes. I'm going to do some shave ice here. So we all know what's going on in this picture. This is the shape of a shaved ice close. Okay. I might have to take, move my light. Sorry about all the ups and downs here. This is like, I like inking on video, but I also know that it's a little, it can be tricky because, you know, it's small. There's limitations to it, right? They're small, pens are tiny, detailed little pens, and you know, it's not always the easiest thing to see, I think. And then sometimes my camera does that thing where it's like the auto sharp or whatever. The sorry, the focus can be a little wacky. Let's do and we'll just define a little bit on the sides, and then we'll leave that. Notice I removed open because I didn't like it. I kind of wished I didn't do it after I did it, but that's okay. Okay. And while we're here, let's give Gus a little bit. And that. Okay. That. We should give him window washers. Okay. Let's move right along here. All right. I don't know how much. I don't know if I want to keep this here now because I have some down here. I didn't really think this out very well, did I? My composition. It's a little bit of a mess. So maybe I will maybe I will make the palm tree bigger and then put water. That's what I'm going to do. Watch as I triage this piece. What do you think? Should we do it together? Let's do it. This is my little hand rest. So I'm going to do, my palm tree is going to be bigger like that. Like that. Maybe I'll put some flowers here, right? Some nice Hawaiian flowers. Here. And then some greenery. And then I'm going to do some water. And then how the water does that. On the beach. And then we're going to have leaves. Should we put a little surfer on here? That would be cute. And then keep the cloud. You can even do more wave. I think I'm going to make this little surfer person like a, I'm going to make the surfer person a in silhouette rather. Excuse me. Okay. We could do a sun up here. That'd be cute. Okay. Now down here. I have another palm tree with cloud. Let's do cloud. Let's do palm tree other direction. No. Okay, I'm not in balance. This is unbalanced. I need to balance this out. I need to think about what I'm doing here because I feel like I need some more down here. Some flowers. I think I'm going to have to close this Zoom. No, sad. Zoom. Why am I calling this a Zoom? I think I'm going to have to shut this down before I'm done, though, unfortunately, because I have to babysit dogs, and they're coming really soon, like very shortly, and I need to be here for them. So I think I'm going to do that soon. And I think to balance out here, I'm going to zoom out. So we have, I've definitely changed this up. So I changed it up. Palm tree, there's another tree. I don't know if this is going to stay here. I think I might make the word Maui, the A in Maui. Maybe I'll make it a pineapple. Or I was thinking maybe I'd make it like palm trees. Like crossed palm trees, maybe. That might be really cute. Like that. Right? That's kind of cute. Stick there. That's kind of a cool idea. And then maybe I'll do, I could do another tree here for this eye. Do that. That's too weird. Maybe I should make this like a pineapple. Maybe we do like a pineapple style. Maybe that's a good idea. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna make the M bigger because it's not big enough to compete with the rest of them. And I also want to put more emphasis up there. And then I like that. And then this shape. Okay, so we have our little surfer here. And then I'm just gonna do that. And then we have our water, our ocean. Actually, we don't have to even make this beach. We can just make it water down here. Some spray. And our surfer can be up here, riding the wave. And I like this cloud here. Let's see. This is a lot to think about right now when I have to pop off in 5 minutes or something. All right. Maybe we'll finish this tomorrow. That might be a good thing to do. Yeah, I think I'm going to finish this tomorrow because I'm still going to stream tomorrow, even though I'm babysitting. And this will actually make it so that it will be less like stress, because I don't need stress. Like, we don't need to be stressing over our picture here. You know, it's kind of better to do it in a mindset of, you know, not freaking out or anything. It's just like, what's going to work best? I'm not in any position where I have to like rush it. It's not. I need to fix something. So yeah, I can work on it. Hold on. Whoops. Okay, it's just like a rainbow. All right. Because I also want to remember, this is going to be like a coloring page and, or, you know, an activity, a creative work page. And I haven't used this company yet. And I know I can do full bleed pages, but I do have some full bleed pages already. And I don't necessarily want everything to be full bleed. So on the original, I have this rainbow with clouds half off the page, and I do this type of treatment, like with leaves or something. I often have things that are coming out of the edge of the border, which is great, but I don't need to do that all the time, you know, so I'm thinking it might be nice to have something that has, you know, emblematic art and not like everything contained and not have the bleed. So this page could be a good candidate for that. So I do think it would be a good candidate for that. So I think that's what I'll do. So I think I'm going to continue this tomorrow because I just don't have time to finish it today. So come back tomorrow if you would like to come and help me do this tomorrow. And I will talk to you soon. And I hope you have an amazing day. Oh, I think I'm going to be back at 12:30 p.m. for a quiet art live. So really come back if you would like to watch some nice quiet art happening too. I'll probably be inking a different page than this. All right? Okay. Take care. Bye.